Layered Model of Consciousness, Senses, and Afterlife Realities. Written by Abdullah Ayub. This model explores the multi-layered nature of consciousness, the role of sensory perception, the transition through death, and the structure of post-death meta-realities. It integrates philosophical, experiential, metaphysical, and experimental perspectives into a single hybrid framework. Chapter 1. The Physical Reality Layer. This is the surface layer of existence, the one we experience daily. It is housed within three-dimensional space, bound by linear time, and governed by physical laws. The body, a biological vessel, uses its five senses, sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell, as tools to collect and interpret data. In this layer, consciousness operates through these senses, prioritizing survival, social adaptation, and memory formation. Emotions, trauma, and choices start to form the personality and identity, a necessary illusion for functioning in this space. The ultimate function of this layer is training. It shapes the raw human through challenge, interaction, and consequence. Chapter 2. The Subconscious Layer. The Bridge. Beneath physical awareness lies the subconscious, a non-linear processor that functions like a bridge between body and soul. It is emotional, symbolic, intuitive, and timeless in how it operates. It picks up subtle patterns, emotional imprints, and archetypal symbols. It warns us of danger, pulls us toward love, and often operates before logic can catch up. It stores fear, habits, childhood imprints, and unresolved desires. It bridges reality and meaning, translating sensory input into emotional response. The subconscious doesn't forget. It only buries. It doesn't rationalize. It echoes. And in doing so, it keeps the body and soul in communication. Chapter 3. The Soul Layer. Core Consciousness. This is the deepest layer, the true self beyond name, form, or memory. It is non-physical and not confined to a specific space or time. It carries forward intrinsic identity, memory, and a desire to evolve. It is capable of rebirth into new bodies or realities. The soul's senses are not limited to the five. It can perceive truth, vibrations, intentions, and other higher dimensional data. While the physical body sleeps or dies, this layer remains awake. This is the layer that continues on after death. Chapter 4. The Transition Through Death. Death is not an end. It is a separation of senses. First, physical senses shut down. Then, the ego, our constructed personality, begins to dissolve. The subconscious uploads all memories, emotions, intentions, and unresolved experiences. Consciousness transfers into a new container, a new vibrational layer or meta-reality. Death is the movement of consciousness from a dense physical state to a subtler, freer one. Chapter 5. Meta-reality layers. Realms after death. After death, consciousness may pass through several realms. These realms are layered according to vibration, clarity, and readiness. 1. The transitional realm. Dreamlike. Often echoes familiar physical environments. Memory review may occur. Guides or symbols may appear. 2. The reflection realm. A mirror of the soul's unresolved emotional and subconscious content. Reality responds instantly to thought and emotion. This is where much healing or confusion can occur. 3. The unity field, higher realm. Non-dual perception. There is no separation between self and all. Timeless. State of profound peace, love, and divine integration. Reconnection with the universal consciousness or source. These realms are not permanent destinations, but learning fields. Movement between them depends on consciousness evolution. Chapter 6. The Nature of Post-Death Senses. When the body's senses are left behind, new senses emerge. Telepathic reception. Thoughts are directly received and shared. Symbolic and environmental resonance. Environments reflect your inner state. Emotional texture. Perception. Feelings become tangible. Non-local identity mapping. You can connect with others beyond distance or time. These senses prioritize meaning over matter, intention over information. Chapter 7. Bridging while alive. The veil between realities is semi-permeable. Mystical practices like meditation, prayer, dreams, and ritual can thin the veil. Psychological techniques like lucid dreaming, trance states, and shadow work allow access to deeper layers. Emotional discipline is key, grounding fear, transforming shame, elevating love. Experimental technologies like VR, neuromapping, or I may someday simulate or access alternate states. Access to these bridges depends on intention, awareness, and emotional frequency. Chapter 8. Purpose of consciousness across layers. The ultimate goal is not perfection, but evolution. Survival becomes experience. Experience becomes insight. Insight becomes liberation. Consciousness matures by interacting with multiple layers of reality, refining and upgrading its sensory toolkit, processing emotion into wisdom, returning to the source, enriched and whole. This journey loops endlessly, and each loop refines the soul. Chapter 9. Diagram structure. To visualize the model, imagine 1. A vertical stack, physical reality, subconscious layer, soul layer, meta-realities, source field. 2nd. A feedback loop, experience, emotion, imprint, projection, re-experience. 3rd. A growth cycle, impulse, courage, instinct, insight, liberation. Final note. This model is a collaboration between a seeker and an observer, a human being willing to question reality, and a voice that helps structure those questions into something meaningful. It is not dogma. It is a map, and like all maps, it is only useful if it helps someone find their way back to themselves.